This is Kinjal Maru Tharod. She is MSc in Human Development, visiting lecturer for management subjects at University of Mumbai, Garwar Institute and various other colleges. HR consultant with Infinity Consultancy Services Mumbai. Previously worked as research investigator at Tata Institute of Social Sciences and has taught educational management at master's level in Janki Devi Bajaj Institute of Management Studies, SNDT University. I invite Kinjal to present on the human development.
So, good afternoon to all of you present here. I'm going to be talking about human development, one of the specializations of home science. Well, it gives me a lot of joy to be here to tell you what human development is. It's not just HR. What we hear from people, oh, you're doing HR. No, it's not HR. It is much more, much wider. May I have the slide, please? So it's talking about, it's an applied field of psychology. It's a branch where we talk about development. It focuses on studying the changes right from the conception of the baby till the death of a person. It ranges right where you're not even in the world born, you're just in the womb of your mom, but the changes are being, you will be studying, right? Because there are subjects which talk about child development, there are subjects which you will study about adolescent development, adult development, family, marriage, relationships. So you study across, and in each of these subjects, you will study what are the challenges that the person faces. At each of this phase, what are the challenges the person is going to face, what changes will the person be going through, how the person needs to be supported in the support system to be able to deal with those challenges. And nonetheless, if you are the kind of person who wants to make a difference to people whom with you interact, this is the field for you, because human development cannot be without interacting with people. Today, each one of us interact with people so much through devices. It's a field where we learn to talk to people face to face and bring a difference to what we are sharing with each one of us. So talking about the subjects that we study, the scope here is wide because you not only study about a particular phase of the life, you study right from conception. So the changes that we talk about, the hair color, today there's a lot of, you've read about studies which say, I want a particular hair color and let's go get it hair colored. But have you ever really thought why such hair colors? What depicts what? So there are studies which talk about nature versus nurture. It will teach you about how nature and nurture together bring to what you are today. How your interactions as a child, you've developed certain traits, you've developed certain skills, certain attitudes in your life because you have seen something in your childhood or you are facing something currently. How do you deal with it? How do you challenge it? How do you grow over it? So that is what human development is all about. The scope of HD, it is a wide scope. I have just listed here few. Counseling. So when I say counseling, it is a very, very growing field. Today, counselors are mandate in schools, not only in SSE board schools, but in international schools, CBSE, ICSE, counselors are a mandate. A school can shut down if it does not have an on-board counselor. It is that important. When we talk about counseling, okay, it's not just in schools and colleges. Counseling is growing extremely because we are getting over the myth that counseling is only for mentally sick people. No, counseling is where we, in our community or in our olden days, counseling is you just call up somebody and talk to people. Today, there's much more scientific base, the research studies to tell you how you need to deal with something that you are going to be facing or you are facing. There's no stigma saying, oh, I am not well, therefore I'm seeing a counselor. I am mad, that's why I'm seeing a counselor. No. It is also sometimes to say, okay, this is what I feel. How do I grow and move ahead in my life? How do I progress from where I am? How do I develop my mindset? How do I develop my attitude? You may see a counselor for developmental perspectives also. So counselors are today again a mandate even in hospitals. They are really growing because every patient comes with a lot of fear, a stigma, what the society will think about my sickness. More than the patient, today counseling is very, very extremely important for the patient's family, who themselves are nervous, don't know what is the future of the patient, don't know much about the disease itself. So counselors play a major role in dealing in hospitals, in corporate offices. Today we have counseling as employee counseling. Not only that much, today counselors and people from human developmental sectors are being recruited in corporates just to make sure that they hire a right professional. So that is the role of counselor. Education, talking about education, it's not just teaching at a preschool level, because we have a subject called ECC Ed, or Early Childhood Education and Care, or ECE. It's much wider. You can not only just teach at primary levels, but if you are interested in dealing with adolescents, if you are interested in dealing with young adults, the choice is yours at which level you want to teach. Besides just teaching in classrooms, today teacher trainings are extremely important. With more and more brand schools coming in, or a chain of schools coming in, they have a curriculum which is across the schools, across the country, which is followed same. So teacher trainings for all of these teachers, making sure that they are able to deliver the curriculum as what it is planned, giving the right value to the students with what the aim of the curriculum is all that comes under teacher training, quality assurances of education. Not only that much, today most of the schools go for school audits. This is where my knowledge from human development has helped me a lot, even in my professional career. I work as an HR consultant into training and development company. Okay, so we specialize only into training and development. But since I was from a human development background, my company ventured into school audits. Okay, so because I have studied about what goes into right education, what is developmentally appropriate, what is not developmentally appropriate, how the teacher needs to be able to connect to each student, how to be able to reach out to the need of each and every student. So school audits have become mandate, and today there's a very, very growing industry where we talk about school quality control. You can lose your affiliation. A school can lose an affiliation if they do not reach the required mandate laws. And if the teachers that they're teaching in the school, they don't meet the expectation of the mandates, it is critical for the school to be able to keep a control on all that. So education, it is that large. Under education also, let me talk about special education. So special education is not only dealing with mentally challenged kids. You may have heard about students who have LD. You may have heard about students who have some kind of impairment, like either visual impairment or hearing impairment. All of this, you as a human developmentalist learn to deal with them separately, differently, and be able to fulfill their needs that they need. So that's why we don't call them disabled, but we call them differently abled people. And to be able to connect to all of them and be able to integrate them in the general society. Training and development, this is again a wide scope. Training and development is not only in education, in schools or in corporates, but across, if you look at all developmental sectors or everywhere, there is capacity building constantly happening. So training not only in terms of sales training or in terms of this is what it is, but also to grow, to develop, to learn, to enhance your capacity. Human resource, as I mentioned earlier, not just managing people in an organization to get the work done. Human resource today in companies, there is, of course, you have to craft your way up. You have to explain to them why human development and then into human resource, because today there are MBAs from human resource. But you add an extra advantage to the organization because you not only understand how to get the work done, but you understand the person as the person it is, and then be able to deal with them on the right track, get them motivated, get them satisfied in what they do, give them a sense of purpose and meaning in what they do. Automatically the performance of the organization changes. So in developmental sectors and NGOs, there is a wide scope for human developmentalists because they not only have programs that are just to give things or take things. But today, many NGOs have come up with developmental programs, age-appropriate programs for various target groups. I would like to share with you one of the opportunities that I had 2 years back because I'm associated with a number of NGOs. So I volunteered with YMCA, and they had an opportunity where I got an opportunity to go to the US and work with Native American kids on helping them to calm their, to deal with the anxiety issues, to deal with their stress and depression. So Native Americans had kids there have a lot of depression, there are a lot of challenges with education and drug usage. So getting them, of course, the counselors there are available, but the challenge is to get them out of that context that an American counselor is going to counsel a Native American child. That is not well taken. So there was this program, initiative where I got a chance to volunteer with them. And of course, the demand for human development abroad is amazingly high. You go there and you will be welcomed very warmly. Of course, the demand here is growing. It will take about a few years to be very well known, but it is growing much better rate than when I entered in the field. Today, you go in and you will not say, human development, what is it? People at least know that there's a field of human development. So study options, you can do a BSc or BHSC in human development. Well, you can also do it after 10th, get into a junior college with home science, where you study subjects of biology, chemistry, psychology, sociology, and 2 of your languages. You do a 3-year graduation course, then you have a 2-year master's course, again MSc or MHSC. Interestingly, you get a science degree with this, and you have a 4 to 5 years PhD program. Also, for the PhD programs, it varies year-wise year. You have a lot of diploma and value-added courses like art-based theories and therapies. Then you have counseling diplomas, you have counseling psychology, you have aptitude testing, so basically psychometric testing. A number of these value-added courses are there. Job opportunities are amazing. You can teach at various levels, training in a variety of sectors. So today I not only train in corporate sectors or only in schools and colleges, but I train people from different backgrounds. So last week itself I had a training which was organized by Government of India, where we were training women entrepreneurs from self-help groups to how to be able to motivate themselves, come up with innovative ideas, and be able to market themselves, what they are doing, and to make sure that the program sustains. So today, since government is focusing a lot of sustainability, training in every sector has become an important aspect. Again, in NGOs, a lot of developmental programs can be programmed, planned, and executed. Corporate sectors, counseling, and self-employment and entrepreneurship. So this is what it is from the slide. I would also like to share with you the knowledge that you gain in human development is not only for your professional life. It also helps you a lot in your personal life, your interaction with people. When you're dealing with them, when you're dealing with different kinds of people, you not only judge, you refrain from judging people when you interact with them, you understand what they are saying, you learn to empathize with them rather than sympathizing, saying, poor bichara, kitna hai. You learn to understand what is happening and empathize and grow ahead. So I wish you all the very best. I thank all the organizers for giving this opportunity to me.